Welcome to the IDP show. I'm your host, Josh Raymer, joined in the Sode Shack tonight. Adam Markham, Bobby Reynolds. We are here during a Monday night barn burner, boys. I think, Eddie, you said before we went on air, I think this one is going to come down to the final possession.
Yep, one of the best games we've gotten to watch yet, I think. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of us looking.
Yes, this open mouth at the TVs here.
We apologize for the next 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, until this game's over. It's a good one. It was a good Week 3 slate, Bobo. One that didn't quite feel that way. Your Rammies Eagles had one of the games of the year so far. I think they said there were 4 or 5 game-winning field goals on the final possession on Sunday. So
Eagles own you.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
It is funny. The Rams give the Eagles fits like no other team seems to do.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a stat where it's like they are 9-3, I think, in their last 12. All 3 losses to Philly.
Yep.
Really?
Isn't that wild?
Wow. So Philly's also designed to give them fits.
Who's the best team in the NFL right now?
Well, it was the Packers, I thought, coming into Sunday, but then
Probably Philly.
Yeah.
classic trap game. I think Mike called it in our Slack that he felt like Cleveland was maybe a sneaky little upset waiting to happen there. So that was a good call by Mike. I mean, you have the 3-0 teams are San Francisco, the Chargers, the Colts are somehow 3-0. Let's see, the Eagles are 3-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've beat the Chiefs, Cowboys, and now the Rams. So yeah, probably the Eagles.
You think your coats are for real?
I think they are, if this keeps up, like a frisky wild card team, you know? But it helps that the AFC South appears to be really, really bad, Bobo.
Yeah. It's weird. Texans are not great. It's not a real good football team.
Do you think
They shouldn't be 0-3, though, I don't think.
Do you think C.J. Stroud just kind of got ruined last year by that bad offensive line?
I think a little bit of that, but I think a lot of it has to do with just that second year off of a rookie quarterback, you know? You look at Stroud had a great rookie season. That second year was a drop. Jordan Love, crazy first year, pretty big drop the next year. I'm wondering if we're going to see that maybe from Jaden Daniels. I mean, he looks to still be pretty much the truth, but I don't know. There's a lot of storylines right now in the NFL as far as what teams are the best. You know, some underdog stories which are really cool. But yeah, IDP, it's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
All over the place, per usual.
Yeah, this was a bit of a chaotic week for IDP, as we'll get into. We had our first 50 burger. We'll talk about that. It came from Addie's Minnesota Vikings, but not the player you were thinking of. But yeah, this is our Week 3 recap show. We're going to go through all the headlines. We're going to talk about each position group, waivers. Addie has pulled out some interesting nuggets as well. So let's go through some comments here, boys. Rougarou says, "Evening, boys." Evening, Rougarou. Good to see you as always, my friend. We got a good one tonight. Yes, sir. We sure do. Great game. It's on both TVs here in the Sode Shack. Angel Cologne says, Yo, Angel, what's up? Thanks for being here. Malik Edwards says, Ravens defense needs to make a play. Yes, they do. We need the Ravens defense to step up, especially you, Addie. You're going against Bobo this week in our main Dynasty League. Got Roquan and Jared Goff. Bobo, do you have anyone left?
I'd punt here on 1st and 10 if I was
I'd punt here on 1st and 10.
No, it's basically me just kind of
holding on
down the fort.
Yeah, and no, I need Jared Goff to sling it. Yeah. I just need Roquan to make every single play.
Right. We need Roquan. Anytime Jared Goff's not throwing like a 75-yard touchdown to Amon-Ra,
Right.
we need Roquan to be picking him off.
Worst case scenario is basically just, oh, wow, what's going on here? Are we missing the game? Who's running there?
Uh-oh. That's David Montgomery rumbling down.
Wow, how did that
So
happen?
let's get into it, though, boys. And like we said, this is our flagship Week 3 recap. Welcome in. We're going to touch on everything you need to know from Week 3. And the headline for me, let's go to the defensive line for this one after 2 weeks showing love to the linebacker position. George Karlaftis went furious mode this week for the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs played Sunday Night Football against the Giants. What a slop fest that was. But after back-to-back games of 3 tackles, George Karlaftis shifted into furious George mode. 10 tackles, 1 sack, 1 PD, 3 TFLs, 4 QB hits, an absolutely monster day. It was the second highest output of the day and the highest output of George Karlaftis' career by Big 3 scoring. Chris Jones also had a sack in this game. the Chiefs badly need both of these guys. Karlaftis, Eddie, has always been one of those guys kind of on that edge, in that edge 2 mix for us. I went back and looked at his log. Basically for his entire career, a lot of single point outputs, some like 13, 14 games, couple of 30-point games. So this is probably the best game he'll have all year, but we like that this guy, who the Chiefs need badly, is capable of this kind of output.
Yeah, I'm a fan, man. I think he's gonna just keep getting better and better and better. That's what we've seen already from his career. If you look at from how he started, 8.7 points per game in 2022, 11.2 points per game in 2023, and then 11.6 in 2024, and then he's well on his way to smash that based on the start he's had so far. But yeah, he's a guy that's always, graded well PFF wise. Metrics have always been good. And don't forget, this dude's 24.5,
Just got paid
a massive contract. Yep. So I think he's slept on. And yeah, I think best is yet to come out of him. Like I'm confident in Karlaftis moving forward.
Yeah, I feel like 11.5 points per game roughly gets you in that, like, solidly in that edge 2 mix, for your team, like edge 13 to 24 range. But yeah, 16.35, little bit of a stinker, 2.75 week 2, but 37.9 points this week, Bobo.
He also always plays a lot of snaps.
He does. Yeah, he's kind of like a discount Max Crosby in that regard.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see the tackle total because your boy Nick Bolton had a nice game, Bobo. Yeah. But 10 tackles from Karlaftis, we don't often see that from edge rushers.
No, I think it was a little kind of game prescriptive there for Karlaftis, and it is him just playing a lot of snaps. It's interesting, the last 2 years, 11.2 points per game in 23, 11.6 in 24. Addy, the IDPshow.com in the ranks has Karlaftis as the edge 20. What do you think, Addy? Like, how high could Karlaftis get?
Yeah, he could, I think, move up, 5 or 6 more spots potentially.
He doesn't feel like the type that's going to have a Josh Allen 17 sack season.
Right.
But he fits more kind of in that Trayvon Walker kind of mold of, like, I could see a 14 sack year for him.
Right. And the problem, though, with Karlaftis is the market view of Karlaftis, right?
Yeah.
I think he's never going to get the respect he deserves. He's one of those guys, right? Like, that's, we were kind of throwing a little bit of shade at Karlaftis, but I mean, God, just to have that type of career already, like that's pretty unheard of, to be producing, get a lot of snaps,
figuring it out that early on,
get better and better, each year, and you're still just 24.5. So I mean,
it's the tackles really fascinate me because he has averaged around 2 to 3 tackles, call it 2.5 tackles per game for his career. So the way he started off this season was very indicative of how he started off every game for his career. So 10 tackles, he's already at 16 total tackles for the season. That's almost half of his entire tackle total from last year, 35 total tackles.
Wow.
So we'll see. This defensive line is not great in Kansas City outside of Karlaftis and Chris Jones. So maybe there are opportunities there. They have plenty of linebacker depth behind them, so it's not like there's no one there to make tackles in the middle of this defense. So just shout out Karlaftis. That was a hell of a game, hell of a performance there on Monday Night Football. Russell Wilson is so cooked. Can we please get – it sounds like Jackson Dart is on the way. Bobo, I feel like anytime a coach is non-committal on saying, yes, Russell Wilson is our starter for week 4, it's over.
I disagree. I say just let Russ stay out there and just get worked all season and let Jackson Dart keep watching, because I don't think that kid is ready to play football yet.
He's not. And that offensive line is bad.
Yeah, that's my outsider
take. But these coaches want to save their jobs.
That's the other thing, too, about all these teams that keep drafting these rookie quarterbacks is that their offensive lines are all trash. Look at Trevor Lawrence. He really avoided major injury over the last couple of years. Burrow has had his fair share of injuries. Bryce Young has been running for his life. C.J. Stroud has been, super pressured. So it's cool. You've got a bunch of these young. What a pour.
What a healthy pour.
Hell of a pour.
Hell of a pour.
Hell of a pour. Hell of a head on that thing right there.
Yeah. Hey, real quick before we move on, I know Nick Bolton. Let's just talk about him real quick. 30 tackles through 3 weeks.
Not shabby.
Pretty
not
decent.
too shabby at all.
Pretty decent.
Doing just fine.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this offseason, but I'm not hating on the dude. The dude is been productive.
Yeah.
I think he's going to continue to be productive. Kansas City loves him. Just signed a nice little deal himself. So
let's see where he is. So Henley's LB1 right now. Wagner's LB2. Tremaine Edmonds, funny enough, LB3.
he had a great game.
Yes, he did.
Sunday.
2 interceptions will help do that. Fred is LB4. Foyer's LB5. Love this. Roquan, LB6. Devin Bush,
Wow.
7. Tyrell Dodson, 8. Mac Wilson, 9. Pete freaking Warner, 10. Spillane is 11. Quay is 12. Bond is 13. Ernest is 14. 15. I'm trying to find... Bolton must be way down there, boys.
Might
Did
be.
he not have a great first couple... Or is it not getting any big plays? It's just the
No
tackles.
big plays. It's 30 tackles. It's pretty much
Yeah, he's
all
at 39 points. So he's 9.6 points, 23.5 points.
Couple of those
and
are
14
TFLs,
tackles against the Giants.
And there's been a lot of productive linebackers too.
Yeah.
There really has. I mean, you're seeing some kind of old faithfuls kind of buried down here a little bit in the current standings. Like you got Levante David at LB 15 right now. So yeah, let's keep it rolling though, boys. We talked about the first 50 burger of the season by Big Three scoring. This is PPR league as well. So keep that in mind. But Isaiah Rodgers, take a bow. You are our first 50 burger on either side of the ball for 2025. Take a deep breath. Here we go. An 87-yard pick six, 2 PDs, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, a 66-yard scoop and score, touchdown, 3 tackles. And here's an incredible future bit of trivia for you all. The first ever 99.9 PFF grade, the highest possible grade you can earn. No one has ever done this before. Isaiah Rodgers was the first. If you somehow start Isaiah Rodgers, Johnny the Greek had him as a solid start in the streaming cornerback article. Congratulations. You probably won your week. Out of your Minnesota Vikings, get a 50-point score. It's not Blake Cashman. It's not Eric Wilson. It's not Ivan Pace, AVG, Grenard, Dallas Turner. It's Isaiah Rodgers.
Yeah, it was incredible to watch. I mean, I think he did all that pretty much in the first half as well. So it was pretty insane to see it. But yeah, I mean, moving forward, I don't know that you can really count on that.
Of course not.
But
Like just
this was just
enjoy.
Shooting star type of situation. But there was a time where we thought that he was going to get the return yard duties there in Minnesota. So that hasn't worked out yet.
I think Eric Harm said he drafted Isaiah Rodgers in a few best balls because he thought Rodgers was going to get the kick and punt return duties. So there may be some teams out there like that have Rodgers just because of, priors coming into the season.
Yeah, I'd say they won this week.
Yeah, hopefully they started him. I mean, if you're in like a...
If you have him, it's in best ball. But
right.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's someone out there that started him in
if
redraft.
you started him in like a CB required league and you actually put him in this week, tweet at us at the IDP show. We want to see this freaking roster that had Isaiah Rodgers in the lineup.
We'll give you a sub.
We'll give you a free sub at the IDP show. Let us see it. But let's catch up on some of these comments here, boys. Ryan Kelly, shout out the former Colts center, new Vikings center, Ryan Kelly, says, let's go Hamilton. I guess Kyle Hamilton, shout out. Let's get it. Rougarou, Brian Burns injured. Not that I know of. Do y'all know anything about Brian Burns?
He came off the field for a couple snaps yesterday. It looked like a little hyperextension, but everything that I've seen, he's okay. He came back in the game.
It scared me. I mean, it kind of looked like Achilles at first, the way he landed on his foot. But yeah, he returned and was fine. So monster game.
I just searched Twitter and did not see anything for
He's
Brian
huge.
Burns.
Yeah, he's huge and fast.
Yeah.
They were gushing about him on
Collinsworth was talking about how he bends the edge better than anyone, like gets, kind of at that angle where he comes around. So
he's been awesome though this year.
We'll talk about him. Yeah, he's a DL1 so far throughout this season. Next comment here, Angel Cologne, Bobby Wagner got me a 36 bomb this week. First year playing Dynasty IDP. Super fun.
Yeah. Till the wheels fall off.
That's
Bobby
right.
Wagner.
That's right. Just like Aaron Donald, Angel, we're going to ride this baby till the wheels fall off. And the ride's looking pretty good so far in 2025.
Is he coming back, you think? And you think he does one more?
Hell, might as well, especially if the Commanders go deep into the playoffs again. Malik Edwards, Carson Schlesinger had a nice day. Closing speed on his first sack. Agreed. Looked great. I think you've got an interesting question about Carson Schlesinger a little bit later in the doc when we're talking linebackers.
Is it how to spell his last name?
Yeah, I still don't know. Let's just go with Carson S. Rougarou says Stinky Pete. Yes, Stinky Pete is he's got some deodorant on to start the season, it looks like. Edge Cooper took the day off on Sunday. Yeah, Malik, that just happens sometimes. Even the best have a bad showing every once in a while. Yep. Rugaru said, I'm waiting for Studs Man, Danny Studs Man. Love it. Ouch, Campbell on my bench. Killing it. And then one more from Fantasy Sports. Any concern with Landman and Devin White low tackle game? Hold, drop, Rose Boom, Landman, and Devin White over any of Edmonds. Ooh, if Edmonds, Sewell, Pace, Eric Wilson. Edmonds has mostly been meh. Sewell is the guy to go to in Chicago. So he has Landman, Devin White, and Rose Boom. And out there on waivers is Edmonds, Sewell, Pace, and Eric Wilson. I feel like the same about a lot of these guys, honestly.
I'd feel probably best about letting go of Rose Boom.
Yep.
He's been terrible, PFF-wise. He's like in the 40s right now.
All these guys are 100% snap guys that he has, right? Landman, Devin White, Rose Boom.
And then, I guess Tremaine Edmonds would probably be my first choice.
The highest scorer so far.
Just because Sewell will probably be replaced once TJ Edwards comes back. But, do we have an update on him? He's on IR now, right?
Yeah. Has he officially been placed on IR?
I'll double check, but I was pretty sure.
He's trending that way with the high ankle sprain, I think.
So you probably have him for another 4 to 6 weeks, right?
And I like that Sewell has the dot. I think John talked about this in his article, that it kind of, or maybe Mike did in the green dot article, but it freed up Edmonds to kind of be this playmaker and not have to be like the green dot and focused on getting everyone lined up and all that. So
they didn't IR TJ Edwards.
Okay.
So
that's surprising.
He missed basically all practice this week and was ruled out against Dallas. But I would be surprised if you see him even this week. Maybe it would be next
high
week.
Ankle sprain, right?
Yeah. But
hamstring.
Oh, hamstring. Okay.
Either way, it is going to be probably more of a Band-Aid situation for Sewell, just because once he does come back, it'll be Edwards and Tremaine again. And Tremaine's, he's played well enough to where he's not losing his job, I don't think, to Sewell.
The most solid of the ones there on the waivers is probably Landman. Like he's probably the safest.
Landman.
Oh, he has.
He has Landman.
Okay.
He has Landman, Rose Boom, and who was the other one? He has Devin White.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I would get Tremaine Edmonds.
So you think drop Rose Boom, pick up Tremaine Edmonds?
Yeah,
I think that's close.
I'm okay with that.
Pace is the only guy not playing a full-time role, I think, of this bunch. So,
and even with Wilson, it feels like that could shift.
Oh, for sure. Once Cashman's back,
Yeah.
Right.
And
some of these guys have short shelf lives, so you don't have to worry about that with Tremaine Edmonds. He is going to play a full-time role even when Edwards is back. So
I think even sometimes you might see Pace maybe out-snap Wilson from time to
he
time.
He did this week. Now,
Did
it was
he?
because it was a blowout, and so they
Okay.
took out Eric Wilson.
But still, even in normal weeks, sometimes Pace just pops and they leave him out there.
Shout out to Sewell, though. He is crushing it, like tackles. Like he's a dude that gets them. So
his coach loves him. Did you see Ben Johnson's comments about him? He's an old school linebacker. We love, Noah Sewell. So
yeah, that's great stuff. I think the biggest thing for Sewell to keep in mind is just like this is great for dynasty value.
Yes, it is.
And he's probably going to go somewhere else. I think his contract's coming up pretty soon.
Okay.
I'd imagine.
This is year 2, year 3?
3 or 4, I believe.
Yeah, Bobo, can you check and see what the contract sitch is looking like? But we'll come back to some of these questions here in just a sec. I want to get to the linebacker chaos here that we got this week. It was a wild one in the linebacker streets. Mike covered it in depth in his Green Dot article if you want to check that out. But let's start with some benchings. Christian Ellis, Peyton Wilson, Cedric Gray, all seemingly benched. Addy, you had the season-long PFF grades for these guys. They are, shall we say, not good.
Not great. 66.5 overall PFF grade for Gray. That's fine. That was 31st out of 76 linebackers. Peyton Wilson, 32.9 overall PFF grade. That was 74th out of 76.
You're like, how can it get any worse? And then it does.
Christian Ellis, 29.2 overall PFF grade. That was 76 out of 76. So
that's a dead last. If I check my math twice here.
some are saying that. So
some are saying
not great. This is very bad for Peyton Wilson. Also, they brought in Jabril Peppers be hot.
Oh my God, what a throwback.
Right. He played like 43 snaps, I think I saw. And looked good. Also, Cole Holcomb, him and Peyton Wilson pretty much split snaps that last game. Holcomb looked fine. So, not great for Peyton Wilson.
Yeah, you got to wonder if this is just a rotation now, Bobo. Are they trying to work Cole Holcomb back into the mix? Are we going to see Holcomb as the LB2 alongside Patrick Queen? Things got a little dicey there in Pittsburgh.
It's pretty nasty all around. The defensive line there in Pittsburgh is pretty fun. Herbig had a pretty good game.
Herbig looked good. TJ Watt bounced back.
Yeah, I'm all in for that. Even
Who?
Jack Sawyer, huh?
Who?
Mbig.
There you go.
Sorry.
Nick Himbig. Let's
Apologies.
go. There's probably a lot of people saying, I couldn't find Nick Himbig on the waivers. So I wasn't able to bid on him.
Noah Sewell signed through 2026. He'll be a UFA in 27.
Okay. So he's got one more year after this.
Yeah.
I don't care for that. But yeah,
don't care for
That's
that. A bummer.
He needs to get out earlier.
Put a pin in him for sure.
So, Addy, this one I know is going to hurt your heart just a little bit. Quincy Williams hurt, did not return. Marcelino McCrary Ball
Sure.
filled in and played well. Why not? But also suffered a hamstring injury. Aaron Glid said he's okay. So monitor this one. We'll talk about Marcelino later on in the episode when we talk waiver pickups. Some other guys who the bottom fell out for their playing time this week. Joe Bacci, 47.1% of snaps. Tyrese Knight, 58.9, down from 73.7 in week 1. So we'll talk about Tyrese Knight again when we talk about ad drops. Some questionable LB2s, Bobo. Give me your confidence level in these guys holding down these spots. Pete Warner, right now, 73.7, week 3% of snaps. Jack Sanborn, 81.4. Troy Dye with, I think Denzel Perryman's out with some kind of injury, 73.1. Devin Bush, 83.3. And Savasier Dennis getting a little bit of shade this week about how he's not playing very well, but still playing 100% of snaps. So which of these guys are you most confident in keeping their job moving forward? It's not a great list.
Probably Jack Sanborn. I would like to say Servasier, but I would like to see the PFF grade from Servasier lately. He's been getting roasted, especially in coverage, just getting exposed. So even though he's getting 100% of snaps, a lot of people would probably say that the answer would be Servasier, but I would disagree. I would think if we can bet on anything, bet that Kenneth Murray is going to continue to get worse and that Jack Sanborn's playing time is going to tick up. That Dallas is going to look around and realize that he's the best linebacker that they have available.
Servasier Dennis, 29.6 overall PFF grade.
It's been bad. It's been really
coverage grade. You're not going to believe this, Bobo, is worse than that. 26.3.
Wow.
That is 111th out of 116 linebackers.
I had a friend who's been asking me about, because he's been kind of productive. He's putting some points up, and I'm like, I think you need to get out while you still can because, get something for him and move on. I don't really know if the play turns around. Addy, am I wrong?
No, I would imagine Deion Jones' season could be just around the corner.
Jeez Louise. Every year we get someone resurrected from the grave, and apparently it's going to be Deion Jones.
Man, I love Deion Jones back in the day.
Yeah.
He was awesome when he was in Atlanta.
Did I see Zach Cunningham sighting from the Lions earlier? Am I making this up?
Maybe so.
I'm going to see if he's actually playing because someone shot through the gap on third down right before Jack Campbell blew up Lamar Jackson on that fourth down attempt. Yeah, he plays for the Lions. So it was Zach Cunningham.
Wow.
Shot through the gap, I think, on third down earlier in the game.
But all of those guys are just on the edge of startable from what I mean.
You have to imagine, I think, look at the game, like the season-long script for these teams. Like the Saints, this is a team that's probably going to scrape together maybe 3 or 4 wins. So does Pete Warner have much of a shelf life, or do we see Danny Stutzman at some point?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're just around the corner from it probably. And that could even be a little bit of indicative of the Tyrese Knight down last week because, they got – Seahawks didn't need, anybody on defense. Weren't they up 35 points in the first quarter or something like that?
That game was over, I think, before halftime even arrived.
So I wouldn't dig too much into the Tyrese Knight.
I think just because
drop.
It's been trending down since week 1.
Sure, just because Ernest is so good.
Ernest is good. Jack Sanborn, that Dallas defense stinks. Kenneth Murray stinks.
Yeah.
Troy Dye is nothing special, but, who the hell's left there?
Yeah.
I think if Perryman's out, you also have Junior Colson on, season-ending IR. Devin Bush is playing well, so I would actually put him at the top of this list.
Yeah.
for guys who will keep their jobs. But I'm with you. I think Servassier Dennis is a little bit of fool's gold in that he's playing 100% of snaps, but the floor feels very shaky under Servassier right now.
I wouldn't be surprised at all in the next couple of weeks to talk about him as one of the guys that the playing time's dropping from.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let's keep it rolling, though. Speaking of playing time being questionable, are we worried? Logan Wilson, 70% of snaps. He was being rotated out for whole drives against Minnesota. Eddie, was this due to the blowout? Cause for concern? I'm not too worried about Logan Wilson, but this is a little weird.
Yeah, and they have a lot of linebackers there, right? Like Oren Burks he's been on a little bit of a heater. Like he was great last year in the playoffs for Philadelphia. Demetrius Knight has not been looking good. So I mean, yeah, I think that linebacker room could be a little up in the air. I think we could see, them try out a lot of different things. And also this is just going to be a terrible team.
Yes.
So,
they have an out with Logan Wilson going into next season.
I think that happens.
Yeah.
they could save $3 million, I think I saw.
$6 million dead cap save. Yeah. So Logan Wilson might be gone.
Probably.
Well, you drafted 2 linebackers pretty high. And I saw Barrett Carter getting some run.
Yeah.
He was the one, I think, rotating with Logan Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
So just something to monitor. Like that shakes my confidence a little bit for week 4 with Logan Wilson.
Miles Murphy got a sack in this game.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah, so he's alive.
Did Joseph Osai have one too? Maybe
So.
Maybe I'm dreaming that.
You're drinking that.
Drinking
that and
Drinking
dreaming
and
that.
dreaming.
We should mention a bounce back here. We were wondering what's going on with guys like Zaire Franklin, who's still just not getting it done. Someone put it very well. I think it was in maybe one of the live chats here said, or in a tweet reply. It seems like in years past, you always looked at the tackle, at the pile, and Zaire Franklin was in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Now it seems like he's not in the picture half the time when they show the pile in Colts games. And so I saw that. I mean, he was on for 100% of snaps. I think he had 7 tackles in this game. So just not what we're used to seeing from Zaire Franklin. But thankfully, there's really no competition. It's a 3-way kind of rotation next to him right now. So we'll see if Jalen Carley's coming back changes that equation at all, but it's a mess next to Zaire Franklin. So we wondered about him. We wondered about Big Bob Spillane. Well, Big Bob bounced back in a big way. 15 tackles, a TFL, a pick, a PD, 32.95 points by Big 3 scoring.
Monster game.
Monster game. Terrell Bernard bounced back as well. 7 tackles, a TFL, a PD, and a pick. And Thursday Night Football, a couple old legends getting it done. We mentioned Bobby Wagner, 35.05 points. And Levante David still getting it done, 24.15 points. So just some linebacker goodness, some linebacker weirdness, but also some linebacker goodness this week, Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, with, Spillane and Bernard, just a good reminder that let's all take a deep breath, to start the season. It's very possible to string together 2 below average weeks, and then go off, in the 3rd week. So that's what we saw this week out of Spillane and who else was it? There's Terrell Bernard. But I mean, that's, it just, we gotta chill out a little bit, right? It's a long season, 2 weeks. All right. That's doesn't mean much, folks.
No, it's pretty quick.
Yeah. We all hope to start hot, but it's not always the case.
Yeah. And you also just have to look at, for linebacker especially, are they playing 100% of the snaps?
Yes.
I'm not going to cut loose 100% of snaps linebacker.
Are they grading well?
Right. Are they possibly losing their job? Now, it all depends on your league depth. If you're starting one linebacker and it's a 12-team league, there are going to be plenty of guys out there on waivers playing 100% of snaps, most likely. So maybe in that instance, you do drop guys and kind of shuffle every week. But if you're in a normal league with 2 or 3 linebacker starters, just hold the guys playing the snaps, Bobo.
Yeah.
Give yourself a chance.
That's all you want to chase.
Chase the snaps.
Chase the snaps. I mean, that's why you hold on to guys like Bobby Wagner and Levante David. That's why, like what Adam said, you just ride it till the wheels fall off. Old Toyota Wagner over there and Honda David, just going to keep on going.
Did you just name drop some local
I
car
did.
dealerships? What was going on
Just
there?
a little Toyota and Honda reference.
Right.
Adam got it.
Hey, they go for a long time.
Adam
brother.
picked it up.
Yes, sir. Quality engines.
Quality engines.
Sure.
Yeah. That's that
American,
is a fact.
you know, classics.
American
Not
classics.
American, but
Not American at
they're,
all.
they're popular over here. I'll say that.
They are. Let's talk about comment here from Ruguru. Isn't Carly's due back in a week? Daniel Martineau, Carly's season loading. Hopefully, yes, he is out for week 4, and then we'll be eligible to come off IR
Josh,
starting in week 5. So we'll see if they do that.
We've done this up and down now with Zaire a lot. Is this finally like we better hurry up and sell Zaire?
Yeah, if you still can, if you can fetch anything for him. I mean, I think the price is probably pretty low right now.
Because it does feel like over the last couple of years, there's been times where it's like, man, Zaire's not playing good. And then you look up and you're like, gosh, 14 tackles and a forced fumble. Like,
Yeah,
that's a pretty good
LB1
game.
last year.
So it's kind of a roller coaster with Zaire. But
I'd try and find out. If I could
Yeah.
find out for like a third,
I
if
think so,
someone's
too.
panicking and, you know, selling, like, I'll see. I'll see what, you know, if
take the ride.
yeah, I mean, he's proven enough to us over the last 3 years that, I mean, like, yeah, I'll bet on maybe it's just a slow start.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're saying if people are shopping
Yep.
and you had a third,
Yeah.
you'd send that for Zaire.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's a fair price.
If I'm contending, I guess.
Are you selling Zaire for that though?
No.
If I'm rebuilding, I'm still probably holding until like because I mean I don't know.
Now's not the time. To
I
get rid of
don't
Right.
think you're getting max value. I think let him have a couple weeks where it's like, oh, Zaire's back, baby.
Right.
12 tackles, 14 tackles.
And really, he just needs 1 week.
Right.
Yeah.
1 week, and people will be like, oh yeah, well this is Zaire.
Just a
Franklin.
slow
This is
start.
selling.
New
So-
defensive coordinator. You can spin the narrative.
and then you can sell. You could probably get a third plus a little bit.
Yep.
You know.
Maybe
Maybe the days of getting a second are gone for Zaire.
Maybe it comes around.
Maybe a
But-
future second.
But maybe we get there. Maybe he.
Yeah, 27 second maybe. If you get a couple weeks strung
Send back
together,
a fourth or something.
But the time is running out for those
Oh, yeah.
precious seconds, folks.
for sure.
That's right. Those precious seconds. Are you talking about time, like life, like seconds are ticking by, or second round
yeah, yeah.
picks?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
However you interpret.
However you want to interpret that. You're welcome.
Yeah. Choose your own road.
Yeah, that's right. Good question here from Joshua Parr. Hey, guys, I had Nick Bosa. Yeah, we'll talk about
Oh,
that
man.
here in just a sec.
Rip, pour one out.
Yeah, Nick Bosa out for the year.
Go big up,
ACL
Joey.
injury. There's Dorrance Armstrong and Karlaftis on the waiver wire. Who would you target?
Karlaftis.
And
I
who
think
else?
so.
Who's the other
Dorrance
one?
Armstrong is playing
He's
so
playing great.
well, though.
Also, I saw he had like a 18% pressure rate, which is that's like a career high for him. So
But I don't trust it.
I don't trust it either.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll trust Karlaftis and
Yes.
the youth,
Okay.
especially in Dynasty.
I want to see here a couple other questions we got rolling in. From Ryan Kelly, will Herbig go back to the bench when Highsmith comes back?
Unfortunately, probably yes.
Yeah, it will be T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith with a dose of Nick Herbig sprinkled in.
It'll tick up a little bit, I'd imagine.
Hey, but make no mistake, you're seeing the future there in Herbig and even Jack Sawyer. Jack Sawyer is going to be probably the next Nick Herbig once whatever type of transactions happen, whether they move on from Watt or Highsmith in the future, or maybe the contracts come around with Herbig and with Sawyer to where they go to other teams. But I think both of those guys are going to be legit DL2s.
Right. Good long-term holds in Dynasty.
For sure.
Because T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith aren't going to be there forever.
Yeah.
Right. TJ Watt's there for at least 3 more years, maybe, right? I guess, you know.
I want to see the
Assuming the health
void
goes.
years maybe on that contract. I haven't looked to see if he's got an
gosh.
out
Highsmith
anytime.
probably, one?
That's the same thing as the freaking first week.
What happened?
Remember when Henry fumbled? Oh, Hutchinson knocked it out.
Oh, let's go, Hutch. We had a question worried about Hutch. Yeah, we'll talk about Hutchinson here in just a sec. Good question. Another Nick Bosa question from Harry Brooks. With Nick Bosa out, which of these waiver wire ads should I go for? DeForest Buckner, Jordan Davis, Josh Hines Allen,
Yes.
Leonard Williams, or Jonathan Cooper?
Josh Hines.
Hines Allen, then DeForest Buckner. But those, I mean, that's good. I mean, if you know, I hate that you lost Nick Bosa, but wow, I mean,
Yeah.
that's very nice to have that out there as an option.
We'll talk about it here in a sec. Jordan Davis, DT1 right now by Big Three scoring.
Yeah, the fumble or the
Yes, that definitely helps.
block kick return helps.
And Jalen Carter being out week
Yes.
1. I think Jordan Davis played like 90% of snaps the first 2
but
weeks.
we heard that buzz all off season that he was in the best shape of his life. Very
Watch this.
motivated.
Watch him fall.
Yeah, he fell too. He was trying to slam his helmet.
That's kind of cool.
He's like,
Dang,
damn,
that
man,
sucks.
I fell. Question here from Skywalker. Drop Winfield and Newbin. No, you're not
No.
dropping Antoine Winfield.
No.
No, folks, come on.
What about Tyler Nubin? What are we thinking? I've seen a lot of drop Tyler Nubin questions floating around out there.
I mean, there's probably better options out there, right? I mean, at this point, you hopefully have like Tyke Smith, some other guys that have popped off here early. I feel like there's still going to be a lot of guys that pop up that probably have more upside on the waiver. I mean, I just don't know that Tyler Nubin really has that high because, again, he's not going to be someone that's like dominating with the usage we want, right?
For sure.
It's going to be split down the middle with like Javon Holland. That's what it's been like so far, I believe. So, I'm just not really. He's fine, but I don't think he has that great of upside, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should mention this is for redraft, right? I don't think we're dropping Tyler Nubin in Dynasty.
Right, correct.
But yeah, for redraft, it depends on the depth of your league. But yeah, if there's good options out there on the waivers, and you mentioned Harrison Smith was back this week.
Harrison Smith's back. Now that Will Harris is out for the year,
Peppers be hot.
Peppers be hot.
Yeah, Jeremy Reeves, you were saying from the Commanders.
Jeremy Reeves has always had like an elite tackle rate for a safety. So I mean. I think if he's going to be in that Jeremy Chin role that we all love, that could absolutely be like really, really big. So, Jeremy Reeves, I think he's a must add, and he's someone that like will probably be a better start for you week to week than like a Tyler Nubin just because of those tackles.
But Nubin has definitely popped in some games. He's made some plays.
Yeah.
He just hasn't strung together the IDP production that we're looking for.
And that's what Nubin's been his whole career. Like
Yeah.
at Minnesota, that's what he was. He was a guy that made big plays, got a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, he was playing deep safety 66% of the time in week 3.
That's not great.
So the box roll, Javon Holland had 39% box. Dane Belton, 48% box.
Wow.
25.7 for Tyler Nubin in week 3.
And you also got to remember they got the boy Drew Phillips there, who's going to be banging around down there as well. So
I noticed a little bit about Drew Phillips. He can make some plays, but he's getting picked on a little bit right now. So in IDP, that's kind of what we love.
I did not like that pass interference call on
Yeah.
Drew Phillips. I thought that was bogus.
I didn't like it.
Some other waiver targets here. Again, shout out John. Make sure you're subscribed over to PFF for the IDP report. Each week, he mentioned Ashton Davis, ya boy, Miami Dolphins, full-time safety next to Minkah Fitzpatrick. He also called out Ty Okada, Seattle Seahawks, with Julian Love and Nick Amenwari out for Seattle. So just keep an eye on that situation, the health of those two guys. I would expect Julian Love to be back and Amenwari as well. So there you go, Skywalker. Hopefully those were some recommendations to kind of help you out. Let's keep it rolling, though, boys, and talk more about some DBs. We mentioned already the massive week from Isaiah Rodgers, but we had some other interesting DB developments. Derwin James, prior to Monday Night Football, is our safety one. He posted 33.6 points in week 3, and he's doing it off the back of tackles, boys. Already 26 tackles in 3 games for Derwin James. Antoine Winfield, this is why you do not drop that guy. Flashed his playmaking ability. 1 sack, 2 TFLs, 2 QB hits, 1 forced fumble to go along with 3 tackles. He had 23.05 points by Big 3 scoring. Tyke Smith, also solid, had 7 tackles for Tampa Bay once again. And shout out if you picked up Jordan Lewis. He was getting some love today on the Athletic Football Show recap I listened to. He balled out again. 4 tackles, a TFL, 2 PDs, 1 INT, 22.1 points.
Superstar.
He's looking pretty damn good, man.
Yeah.
The snap share is what you want to see. Talanoa Hufanga continues this sort of like Jesse Bates, has like 100+ tackles in a season randomly out of nowhere. 14.5 points, 6 tackles. He has 27 total tackles through 3 games, so averaging 9 tackles per game. Unfortunately, I was at the game Sunday, Colts-Titans. Kenny Moore was absolutely hooping, but hamstring injury. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. Mike Hilton, Colts signed him. He'll probably start.
Yeah.
It's going to be
He's fun. He'll do fine.
Charvarius Ward, Xavier Howard, and Mike Hilton. So the Colts are in a little bit of cornerback hell right now, and going against the Rams in week 4. So start your Rammies against the Colts. You mentioned Will Harris, broken leg, out for the foreseeable future. Jeremy Reeves is the replacement and the pickup if he's out there on waivers. I think you had a note here about Harrison Smith coming back, 44% of snaps.
Yeah. So, I've just played 44% of snaps. So, clearly, they're kind of easing him back in. But also, like, the game was way out of hand early. So, probably don't want to look too much into snap shares that week. But Theo Jackson, he still played 100% of the snaps. We'll see how that shakes out, as things kind of normalize. I think, I'm sure they're going to play a more normal game next week. But
the Vikings don't seem to play a lot of normal games.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just a lot of chaos. And now you got Carson Wentz in the mix.
It's going to be
like Carson sling that thing, baby.
It's going to be interesting, once JJ's ready. I mean, I feel like we're going to do solid. I mean, I don't think that position, it requires much for Minnesota. Like it's all set up. Like you just need to just get rid of the ball, bro.
Just keep the train on the tracks.
Yeah.
Give me a call.
Just let Bobo get in
Bob
there.
can do this.
Let Bobo get in
Bob
there.
can
Let it
do
rip.
this.
He's a
hard.
disc golf champion.
I feel like that kid with the old Cam Newton commercial.
Yeah.
What are you doing? He's like, I'm just warming up my arm. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I remember.
That's a classic. That
Yeah,
one,
it is.
I feel like I got played like a million times.
For sure.
Yeah, we saw that one a
off
lot.
Seasons.
Daniel Martineau. Speaking of Giants, shout out to Adam's Rankings. Picked up Drew Phillips everywhere and have been enjoying the experience.
That's right.
DRU.
That's why he is IDP Madness champion, folks, right there. Pays attention to Addy. Ben Hartley, Kyle Hamilton looks like a defensive end playing safety. Yes, he does. He is a big man. Yeah, and then Ben Hartley confirming what you said. Jackson still played 100, even with Harrison back. So we'll keep an eye on the snap share and see how it shakes out.
Yeah, it's like, is it good he played 100 considering it was so out of hand,
Yeah, you kind of wonder, shouldn't he maybe have been pulled, kind of like Eric Wilson was?
Yeah.
It's like we love seeing Ivan Pace get all these snaps, but it was a blowout, and the starters were pulled, and Ivan Pace is still out there.
I'm not sure what Metellus did though either. So maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it's fine.
I'll tell you, Addy, because again, we always have John Macree's article pulled up here. 82.1% of snaps.
So he came off. Theo Jackson did not come off at all.
So, yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I hope it works out for him. But
Hope it works out for him.
there's a lot of missing pieces right now there. I mean, I feel like Eric Wilson has maybe carved out a little bit more of a role for himself.
Gosh. There's your Hutch sack.
Oh, there we go.
Wow, Hutchinson ball.
Yeah, let's talk DL because I have some question marks here about some of these guys. We mentioned the Major Suckfest in San Francisco. Let's pause there for a second. Major Suckfest. I wrote that. I did write that. Nick Bosa, torn ACL, done for the year. Bryce Huff. Addy, speak on it. You have Bryce Huff here in the notes.
Yes, I do, Josh. Let me scroll on up.
Scroll back up to it.
Yeah,
I did. I jumped
yeah.
this down in
I
the
didn't like
notes.
that you did that.
The banners were out of order.
You can't
I
do that.
apologize.
You can't do that, Josh. But yeah, Bryce Huff. We're back here again with Bryce Huff. We've been a fan of Bryce Huff.
We came all the way back around.
Yeah. Well, and also like people forget, like he is reunited there with Saleh. That's where he played his. That's when he played his best ball when he was with Saleh. So, you like that, and then now it's like, yeah, it is. The opportunity should be plenty for him. I mean, we've seen sacks in back-to-back games for Bryce Huff. He played 55% of the snaps in week 3. That is totally fine. 24.6 pass rush win rate. That ranks 13th out of 255 defensive linemen. 16.2% pressure rate. That ranks 23rd. Bryce Huff has always done this. He's always been just a freak PFF-wise. But yeah, I mean, I think he's going to get a lot of opportunity. Maybe the most opportunity he's ever had in his career.
I mean, who's there now? Is Michael Williams back playing? Do we know? Is he back from injury? I know he was a little banged up.
He's probably near in return. I didn't check him this week.
Yeah, let's see. He was 65% of snaps this week.
Nice.
But yeah, it's Michael Williams, Sam. Nope, not going to try to pronounce that last name.
Yeah.
And then Bryce Huff was third in the snap share rotation.
Gross Matos is still there too, right?
Oh, Yeats? Let's see about old Yeats. They may have him classified differently from, Yeats or Gross Matos, they have classified on the interior on PFF, so 33.3% of snaps for him.
So yeah, I mean, Bryce Huff is certainly worth the ad this week,
Yeah, check out the waiver article tomorrow morning or tomorrow around lunchtime.
He'll definitely be in it.
He will be in it for sure. So yeah, love Love having Bryce Huff called out there. I think he's a good pickup with Bosa out. This just sucks. I have 31% exposure to Nick Bosa and D-Up, so those teams are gone now all of a sudden.
Yeah, same. I'm 20-ish something percent in those contests. You hate to see it, and everything was set up so nice for Bosa this year.
He was balling. He
had
looked great.
Great start. He also had like an insane playoffs, fantasy playoff schedule. So I mean, I think he was gonna like win some leagues. Just very unfortunate. The big question with this happening, how far does he fall in the dynasty ranks?
Yeah.
2 torn ACLs, Bobo. I'm a little bit worried.
What age is Bosa?
27.
Is it the same leg? Is it different?
Yes, it is the same leg.
Yeah, I thought I had seen that. What do you have him now? Has he dropped yet?
I'm dropping him.
Uh-oh.
Man, he started off so hot.
I've been dropping
30.9, 20 points, 20.8 week 2.
Okay, so we
God,
got
he was hooping.
and he's 27.9
So he's going to be 28
soon.
January?
yeah.
Something like that?
Let's see,
February?
his birthday's in October.
Oh, wow. So he's
So
coming up.
Coming up.
Brian Burns, edge 9, Benito, edge 10, old DT, shout out, edge 11, and then Nick Bosa, edge 12.
Yeah, this is bad. This is not great because
And also, it is like we are, less than 24 hours removed.
But
Maybe more than 24 hours, I guess, at this point.
prior to this, though, he was in that Parsons, Anderson, Miles Garrett range for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
he was top 10.
Yeah, it was.
He was top 5 edge.
Yeah, he was. I'm pretty sure he was edge 3 or 4 for me.
Wow. And he justified that. I mean, you saw everything you wanted to see from Nick Bosa to start the season. 15 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery. So that team was hooping. This really hurts San Francisco's playoff chances now, I think, because he was the heart of that defense.
That's tough.
You lose Brock Purdy. Now, Brock Purdy will be back, but lose Nick Bosa like this, that defensive line is just gutted now. They're going to need Mykel Williams to step up in a big way.
They're a little fool's gold at 3-0 with no Brock
Yeah.
Purdy.
That's
a little strange
That's
setup.
a tough division, too. Only division with all teams having a winning record, I heard today. So
Arizona has a winning record?
they do indeed.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
were
know that.
2-1. They were 2-0 coming into that game against the Niners.
Hey, offensively, what are you doing with Marvin Harrison?
Cutting him.
Good bust. Yeah, the genetics are not there.
It's
the genetics,
strange.
yeah. I just don't think Kyler's it in Arizona. I've never been a Kyler fan. I just think this is going to sound heightist. I just don't think he's tall enough. I think he just really struggles. He's quick to bail out of a pocket and just try to pick up stuff with his legs, which is fun for fantasy.
Scamper.
But the scampering doesn't quite do it. I don't think he reads through his progressions as much as you'd like.
That's pretty tough there with James Conner going out, too. It's pretty
Yeah.
much if you don't have
Is that a career ender for James Conner, you think?
It's got to be
think so,
at
yeah.
30 or 31, whatever
Right.
age he is.
Hey, wheels up Trey Benson, I guess.
That's right.
Let's
Maybe.
talk about one of your boys, though, Bobo. Brian Burns, we mentioned the 3 best DL in the league so far. Again, this was before Monday Night Football. Brian Burns, Byron Young, and Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Burns has 4 sacks and 15 tackles on the season. He had 6 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble last night, and has scored above 20 points every single week, 32.5 versus the Chiefs. So Brian Burns has just been going scorched earth. Your boy, Byron Young, 4 sacks, 20 tackles. He had 6 tackles and a sack on Sunday. Has also scored above 20 points in every game this season. He put up 22.8 versus the Eagles. And then Myles Garrett, 4 sacks, 16 tackles. He had 6 tackles and a half sack on Sunday. I think he's the depoy front runner right now.
Yeah.
But Byron Young, Bobo, this is the edge rusher you've wanted from the Los Angeles Rams to start the season.
We've continued to give him his flowers every single week, and
And he deserves it.
Byron Young's been great. I do think the move in IDP right now, though, is to trade Byron Young and to go and try to buy Jared Verse. I think Byron Young is fine. I think he's a good player. I think he's benefiting from that Rashawn Gary type of bump right now when you've got, you get to play across the Jared Verse or Micah Parsons. You get a little bit of, secondhand offensive lineman. Like, hey, we're not worried about Byron Young.
It is
Let's
true.
Pay attention to
We'll
Jared Verse.
talk
guy.
about Rashawn Gary in a second being the beneficiary of the Micah Parsons effect.
But Jared Verse, the numbers are all great. PFF numbers are good. Pass rush grade is great. His tackles are fine. He has 11 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble. He had a sack and a forced fumble just this week. 20 points in Big Three scoring. So while Byron Young is fine and the first 3 weeks have been really cool, I don't know that that's going to be the story that we'll tell at the end of the year. I think that Jared Verse is slowly going to start to come on here as the season progresses. We get Danny Dimes here, Indiana Jones here in week 4, and then we get Mac Jones in week 5. Lamar, who can be had there in week 6, and then at Jacksonville before their bye in week 8. So I think you could start to see Jared Verse heat up quite a bit here over the next couple games.
Both guys played 77% of snaps in week 3.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Playing time is there for both these guys. Let's talk about, though, some other guys playing well, Addy. Harold Landry, Rashawn Gary, Nick Bonito, TJ Watt, Will Anderson, Dorrance Armstrong, say what? Also deserve their flowers for a hot start. We mentioned this. I think I mentioned it last week. Carl Granderson in week 3, 2 points for 2 tackles. Womp womp. This is what happens, though. D-tackle 1 right now. I said it earlier. Jordan Davis. Thank you, Dylan Carter, being out week 1, and the blocked kick returned for a touchdown, right?
So stupid.
Against the Rams. Crazy, crazy ending. DT2, Byron Murphy. Love seeing this. The youth movement is on. Addy, you mentioned, who's Dynasty DT1 right now?
Yeah, Byron Murphy making the case, man.
I know. He's had a great start to the season. I've got him, Chris Jones, and Jalen Carter in our main Dynasty League, and I'm like, should I just be starting Byron Murphy at this point? I mean, he's
Maybe
been the
so,
best
man.
of 3 so far.
He's been good. And, yeah, I'd expect him, like Jordan Davis, I don't think he's for real. You know, he's not the guy that's going to get, like, a bunch of sacks
Great
for us.
for the NFL.
Right.
Not so great for IDP.
More of a, space eater type.
Yeah. You know somebody who I kind of thought about the other day is maybe like a little dark horse DT1? Milton Williams has been pretty good in New England.
Great.
I know that's really kind of a, far-fetched right now, but he's been fantastic up there.
No, I think, it's wide open.
They paid him a lot of money.
Yep.
And so Jalen Carter was back at 91% of snaps. Jordan Davis down to 68.2.
I did see in the latest coat of the paint on the Dynasty ranks, my boy Kalijah fell pretty far.
To
be expected.
Yeah, it's tough.
To be expected.
It's tough. And it's really it's not that I still believe in Kalijah. I think he's still going to be good. I'll be scooping him up when people drop him.
Yeah.
But it's like the market value of him, right? Like
Public
no one else.
perception.
There's not going to be a lot of people that are believing in him anymore.
For sure.
Yeah, a couple more comments here. Ben Hartley says that he's not worried about Nick Bosa. Huff is a good ad, but if Dorrance Armstrong is available, I prefer him. I would agree with that. He asked Ben Hartley. Yeah, Ben says Bosa or Benito in Dynasty. I think you have Benito a little bit higher now in your Dynasty ranks.
Yeah, now I think we gotta make that move. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I mean once Bosa's fully recovered from this thing, he's gonna be 30. 29. He'll be 29.
Right. Because usually you see guys tend to heat up in their first season back later in the season, and then this following season,
right.
So 2 years removed is when you typically see these guys take flight. And he will be going into his age 30 season at that point.
And it's just like track record so far has not been good with the health. Like he's already torn his ACL once. He's been banged up numerous times throughout his career.
Him and Joey.
We know about his brother, right? I mean, genetics, folks. Like that stuff is very real.
We know a lot about genetics, and it is very real. We are very big believers in genetics. Great question from Maruguru. Byron Murphy or Big Milton rest of season?
I think that's a
coin flip, right?
Right.
Who was it?
It was Byron Murphy or Big Milton rest of season for defensive tackle.
Yes to both.
I go Milton.
You lean Milton?
Slight edge.
Let's look at what the playing time was here for both these guys. So Milton was 70.4 in week 3. And then I am going to say that maybe Byron Murphy's, he was 70%. So he was a little less. But you got to keep in mind the Seahawks blew out the Saints. So I'm sure they rested some guys near the end of the game. So
good stuff for Byron Murphy, though.
Yeah, great. I mean, if he has a great 2025, I think he makes a strong case to vault himself top 2, top 3 dynasty defensive tackle.
Jerzon Newton's also playing well this year.
Yep.
We've got a stat about him a little bit later. But, good stuff out of Byron Murphy. The second,
that's right. we mentioned
Not to be confused with Byron Murphy Jr.
Yeah, not to be confused. They are in fact different people. Are we worried at all about our Sode Shack babies, y'all? No, we're not worried. I just wanted to give the context here. The people are going to be asking.
No, man. Hell no, man.
Latu 7.55 points per game. Turner 7 points per game. Verse 11.5.
Come on now.
Latu, this is season long snap shares. Latu 61% of snaps in 2 games because he missed week 2. Turner 64.9 versus 77.8. Addy, you have we are not worried.
No, not at all. I mean, I think the underlying metrics are still very good. Dallas Turner 20.5% pressure rate this season. That shocked me.
Wow.
But yeah, he's already put up 9 pressures. I think it was on like 44 pass rush snaps, so crushing it. Latu has a 14% pressure rate. Verse has 13.3% pressure rate. So yeah, they're not productive like we want to see right now. But I mean, we know how that stuff can go. Like that is the fantasy points per game is a very like sack dependent stat for these
Especially
these
at DL.
Right, exactly.
Because it can be 14, 2, 31.
Right.
And then the average looks great. You're averaging, 47, for about 15 points a game. You're like, hell yeah, we're feeling good.
And it's still so young in the year where,
right.
Anything's going to make it look worse or better than it really is. So, yeah, not worried. And again, like these were like Turner especially, Latu and Verse. Verse is fine. Like he was fine this week. Latu, you would like to see him be a little more productive because he was a guy that was, with his age, I thought he was going to be a little bit more ready-made and be a lot more productive than he's been so far. Dallas Turner, I expected this the entire time.
My confidence meter is 1, 2, then 3.
Agree, right?
Yeah, Latu.
You
This
Turner over Verse as far as confidence long term.
They're both the same to me, really.
Okay.
I think Dallas Turner has the greatest upside of the group.
I like how you're looking at them like they're
It
actually
helps.
standing there.
It's very helpful.
It
for
does
me.
help to visual. We are visual. I think we're visual learners.
And it's just fun to look at.
It's
sometimes,
a great setup.
Nice
If you're
to
not
look at.
watching on YouTube, make sure you check out the YouTube stream. Just check out the new Sode Shack
I'm not
decorations.
sure Jared signed that. That didn't look like a Jared.
That's a definitely.
Looks
That
like
is
a
a
Joe.
guaranteed. That
That's a
is
Joe.
authenticated. John had in his article that managers likely frustrated Tyquan Lewis and Kwity Paye benefited from this pass rush matchup, but Latu had a 30% win rate, 5 total pressures. He is the highest graded player at his position through 3 weeks, 92.1 PFF grade for Latu.
Yeah, chill out, folks.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. These guys are still young. I know that even though I said that, I thought he'd be more ready-made. It is still a big transition, no matter who you are, how old you are. So I mean, he's still very young in his NFL career. Let's just all be patient.
So I'll take a deep breath. All right,
It's
Addy.
fine.
Hey, I want to talk about something real quick before
right,
we
Bobo.
move on.
Yes.
Answer for just 1 second while I pull up this. Oh wait, I've already got it.
Didn't even have to banner.
I wanted to give Trayvon Walker a little bit of flowers here
Don't you give him any flowers.
early on.
Are
in
these
week
out of your
3.
backyard?
These are flowers out of the
Some
backyard.
good-looking flowers.
Over the last 24 games, he has 17 and a half sacks. It's kind of happening a little bit for Trayvon Walker this year, which is something that was in one of my flag plans. What was the flag plant that 30 sacks from Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker, which is still a little far-fetched.
A little aggressive, but
we're on
like the confidence.
We're trending in that direction. But Trayvon, man, just another defensive lineman that keeps getting slept on. Through 3 weeks, he has 2 sacks to go with 10 tackles. It's really good. Really good. That's
You
what
go,
I'm
Trayvon.
expecting
Good
from
guy.
Trayvon. I
Good
do like
guy.
what Adam says, that Trayvon really does feel like a guy that's more in that like 12 to 14 sacks per season range.
That's useful.
Yeah, I mean, that's solid DL2 for
That's
us.
better than the 9/11 never forget sack range.
Sure.
So, Addy, you always bring just some random nuggets for us every week. So it is the Random Nuggets from Adam segment of the show, sponsored
It's where
by
you get
Chick-fil-A.
scared as Halloween approaches.
So give it to us, Addy. What you got?
All right. Yeah, just some interesting PFF stats this week, really. Baron Browning. 22.2% pressure rate. That ranks 5th out of 255. Went deep here, folks. 255 defensive linemen. Baron Browning ranks 5th. That's good. James Pierce Jr., 21.4% pressure rate. That ranks 6th out of 255. Jonathan Cooper, I know he's not really filling filling up the stat sheet, but 21.3% pressure rate. That ranks 7th. Josiah Stewart, wanted to give Bobby a little bit of love here. 17.7% pressure rate. It's not. What are they doing there in L.A.?
Hey, it's in the water.
It's a factory.
Sure.
That ranks 17th out of 255.
They call it the Pittsburgh of the West Coast.
Is that what they're saying?
I've heard
That's what
that.
they're
I've
saying.
heard that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a popular saying.
I like that a lot. Jerzon Newton, we mentioned him, 16.2% pressure
You
rate.
going with Jerzon? You going by his government name?
Yeah. I think that's what he is on PFF.
Is he? Yeah. Johnny Newton, I think, in the streets, though.
Oh, yeah, the 2 ends.
Yeah.
I kind of like
Double in.
Jerzon.
I prefer Jerzon.
Also, while we're kind of
Kind
on
of
some
like Johnny.
random nugs, Tavondre Sweat went to season-ending IR.
Did he really?
Was that true?
Yeah.
Was
Just
that true?
Okay.
a house of a human, that guy.
Yeah.
The house of a human. May we never be described as a house of a human.
He's large.
Large and in charge, damn it.
All right, so Jerzon Newton, 16.2% pressure rate. That was 23rd out of 255. That's 3rd among defensive tackles. Devin Lloyd. The
Yeah.
snaps aren't where we need them to be, but 90.2 overall PFF grade. This is 3rd out of 76 linebackers.
It helps when you're just not playing a bunch. You just Devin Lloyd
But-
is good in small doses.
He's playing, 60%.
It's not nothing.
Hey, I've got enough BTJ and Travis Hunter shares that I get a lot of Jacksonville on the old Twitter thread, and people are loving Devin Lloyd right now.
Oh, I saw where
Plays exceptional.
people were saying best game of his career this last week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you start seeing stuff like that, you figure that the snaps are going to start rising. So,
Yeah.
I will say,
note.
Tavondre Sweat, I don't think it's been clarified if it's season-ending IR or just next 4 games IR.
I gotcha.
So,
Just anytime I see Jerzon, I always think about Tavondre.
yeah.
and Jonathan Cooper, the Denver defensive line is absolutely ferocious.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys. Zach Allen went down in that game against the Colts last week. I thought, oh dear God, it was like, okay, this is great for the Colts, but please don't let Zach Allen be hurt for long. And thankfully he wasn't. But that offense may be sputtering a little bit. They lost against the Chargers on a last-second field goal, but
That's a good Charger team, though.
it's a very good Charger team. They're 3-0, leading the AFC West. But man, that Denver defensive line, they led the league in sacks last year. So
Yeah, they're
it's a
very
damn good unit.
Jonathan Cooper, super slept on.
Right.
Just like Benito was, still is.
Benito is hooping dog.
He's balling. Confirmed good. You love to see when they do
Confirmed,
that.
yes, they
right?
get paid. He was quietly kind of holding in, I think, throughout training camp in the preseason, looking to get the bag, gets paid, continues to hoop. You love to see it.
Jonah Ellis also looks solid. I
Yeah.
think that's going to be another player that's solid and good and is useful for you in IDP potentially.
Especially too, don't forget we're not too far from bye week starting. Week 5, I think. So yeah, some of these names are going to be very pivotal to know here in the next couple weeks.
That's right. We got contract extensions coming up.
Contract
is that tomorrow?
extensions.
I think it's after week 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
I don't
also another
Maybe
Jonah.
I don't have any big ones.
I've got Fred and Roquan coming up.
What do we think about defensive tackle Jonah Lalu for the Raiders?
He's been doing well,
He's
producing.
yeah, he was a popular name. Just like, should I pick up Jonah Lalu?
But
I don't
yeah.
think the pressure rate is great.
yeah, it's one of those deals where I don't.
He didn't do great this week.
Those guys that come out of nowhere to start the season, right? They
So it's
usually
like, let's see it first. Let's just see it for a little bit. So
I mean, you can add him, but I don't suggest just putting him in your lineup already.
Did you-
drop into DeForest Buckner.
right, don't do that. Don't do that. Did you go through the average depth of tackle leaders at linebacker yet? I was really into this list you had here.
Oh yeah. Also, I didn't finish the linebackers though. Devin Bush, 88.2 overall PFF grade. That was 7th out of 76.
It's just a Devin season, y'all.
It is Devin season. And then Oren Burks, because of all the weirdness there, 78.0 overall PFF grade. That's 16th out of 76 linebackers. I mean, they keep getting whooped on like they did last week. They're going to be making some changes.
You don't want to get whooped on. That's
You
for sure.
You certainly don't.
Don't want to get whooped on.
But Oren Burks, he deserves. It's a shame that they had to draft these 2 rookie linebackers. He deserved a
Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
Oren Burks, damn it.
He deserved a shot. But some defensive back, some nuggets for defensive backs. Jesus, Xavier Woods, 90.0 overall PFF grade. That ranks 4th among defensive backs. Quentin Lake, Bob, again, shout out. 81.8 overall PFF grade. That's 8th among defensive backs. Then Eric Murray, been very good so far to start the season. 78.6 overall PFF grade. That's 17th among defensive backs.
Hey, Quentin Lake bounced back. Nice little game from him.
Right.
2 points week 1, 9.7 week 2, 21.5 week 3.
And we mentioned that on that last episode. Like we looked at the alignment, the usage. It was all great. What we want to see. We thought that he had a good chance to do that. So you like to see that.
100% of snaps. The only Los Angeles Rams DB to do that. And, defensive line, box. He was playing slot. I mean, he's pretty much exclusively a slot defender. 83.6% of his snaps in the slot.
There's going to be some pops there with Kinchins and everybody, but I think the two guys that you really want are going to be Lake and Curl.
Agree.
Rip Curl.
Average depth of tackle leaders at linebackers. This is a cool little stat I like looking at. If you're wondering where it's under run defense in the PFF premium stats. So average depth of tackle leaders at linebacker again. 0.4, that's number 1. That's Mac Wilson leading the league. Savracier Dennis is
There we
at
go.
0.5.
Maybe grading horribly, but he's getting that average depth of tackle going.
So maybe this stat doesn't mean much, don't look too much into it, but it's just interesting, I think. Edge Cooper, 0.6. He's 3rd. Devin Bush, 1.4 average depth of tackle.
Devin season.
And then Zaire Franklin, 1.5 average depth of tackle.
You think Zaire's just business decisions at this point?
No, I think
Trying to
it's
stay healthy.
I think the defensive scheme change has hurt him. And, I think that's the only thing I can really point to right now because the defense is playing well. He's getting 100% of snaps, so it's like, what's different? And I think we knew the Gus Bradley defense was money for linebacker and for that box safety. I mean, that's what vaulted Nick Cross, I think, to a safety 3 overall finish last year. And the Lou Anarumo defense is not as friendly to linebackers. So I think that's it. I think he'll be elsewhere? Yeah, so maybe he is making some business decisions. We know he's podcasting maybe a little too much.
But, man, he should be fired up. This team's
good.
This team's good. And they've been bad for a long time. And he's like he's the guy. Like they're trying to figure out around him.
Right.
He's been the guy that's playing. So
he's the guy that they know they want out there. So hopefully things turn around for Zaire, but not been a great start.
Has to get better.
I don't think he can get worse. Right. I mean, as long as he stays healthy, maybe Karlaftis does come back week 5 and kind of help solidify things next to him.
Narrator, it got much worse.
It got so much worse.
He'll be benched next week.
Yeah, and he was benched for McGroin.
What's his contract situation like?
Let's pull it up.
I think they can get out after next season. I think he's there for longer than we want him to be there, but I could be wrong.
I hope you are.
Yeah. So let's mention, while you're pulling that up, Bobo, some waiver targets.
Potential out after 2025.
Okay, what's the savings look like?
2.5 dead cap. Yep. They might be moving on from Zaire.
Okay,
what's
there you
the
go.
cap hit?
Cap hit, let's see, next season is 8.2. They could save 2.5.
Okay. So, well, maybe if they've got a Daniel Jones contract they have to shell out, they may be looking to save
Gets
some
worse
dollars.
in 27. 10.2 due in 2027. But the cap hit goes down some. So, yeah, I don't know. I would say Zaire might have a new home next year.
8.7 is not bad, honestly.
That's too much.
You could get that. You can replace that production. Let's talk waiver targets here as we wrap up, gentlemen. And we've mentioned a lot of these guys already, but just to kind of reaffirm some waiver targets here. Bryce Huff.
We did forget, before we hop into that, we forgot one question.
What's that?
Carl Schlesinger.
Oh, yes. Carl.
Well, I mean, is he dynasty?
Did he call him Carl?
He called him Carl. I was just reaffirming that it's Carl Schlesinger.
Sorry.
I like that a lot better. Let's go with
There's
that.
6% in these things.
I said we need to kick that up to 9, but
more than
I
I'm
think
used
you
to.
may be right. Let's keep
Carl's
it at 6.
That actually is
I like
Carl
Carl
Schlesinger.
Schlesinger a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carson Schlesinger.
Much better player, Carl.
Yeah, what was the question you had? I'm glad you remembered this.
Is he linebacker 1 in dynasty?
Wow.
No, not for me. I think he is top 5, no doubt. I still have Roquan and Fred up there. They've been hooping. I think the case for that is well established. These guys are going to age well. I'd have Edge Cooper up there. Maybe I think Carson can start to have the conversation at linebacker 4.
Who else were you going to say? You were going to say another name.
I was thinking Deion Henley's
I
in the
knew
mix
it was
as well.
in there. I knew it was bouncing around in that brain.
Dunk it up this week, bust.
Bust. Still LB1, bust.
Better than that.
I do regret that, especially after this past week. Hate to see it. Hopefully
Hate
Payne
to
Wilson
see it. Payne Wilson, get better soon, bud. Yeah.
Oh, man. I knew that name was bouncing around there up in that brain.
I think he's in the mix. I think at the top 3 for me is locked in. I think it's Roquan, Fred, and Edge Cooper.
I think Go Carl's going to age well too, baby. She's like 21.
Mm-hmm.
81, I think, overall PFF grade I saw. So, I mean,
Pretty
also,
nasty.
the defense is getting a lot of love. Like, it's I feel like those Rookie of the Year odds are going to be going up.
I put a bet in when I heard you and Johnny talking about it. I think it was like plus 4,000 or something
It
stupid.
has increased a little bit, I believe.
I'm liking it.
It's like plus 2,200, I think I saw. But I bet it's up more now.
I mean, who's the best defensive rookie thus far?
I mean,
Probably Carson Schlesinger.
I would think so.
He's on the field for 100% of snaps starting week 1. He's giving himself a good chance.
And now, like, the production starting to follow, too. Like, he had, over 10 tackles this last week, around that. So, yeah, I mean, if he piles up the tackles and grades well PFF-wise, which, I mean, he's off to a great start. That's all he's ever done.
100% of snaps. 9 tackles by PFF. So
that's 13 by Pro
yeah, I was
Football
going to say, I was going to look up here what Sleeper had him down for. They had him down for 9 as well.
Okay,
so he's
nice.
gone 8, 4, and 9 thus far with the tackles. He was quiet in week 2, but bounced back big time. 9 tackles and a sack. And he had another sack, I think, that was called off for a too many men on the field penalty.
Speaking of rookie IDPs, it made me think of Abdul Carter just for a second, which in turn made me think about Kayvon Thibodeau's kind of popping a little bit. I would expect him to get home a little bit more. Only has 9 tackles and 1.5 sacks through 3 weeks, but has some pretty good matchups here coming up over the next several weeks. So I don't know, Thibs, man, he looks healthy.
Yeah,
and
sack and a half.
He looks great opposite Brian Burns. So that's another guy that I'm maybe going to kind of
All those
put feelers
guys
in for.
All those guys should have better days ahead. Like Dexter Lawrence off to a slow start. Abdul Carter as well, but I expect all those guys to start picking up a little bit.
You love Dexter Lawrence introducing himself as Sexy Dexy
Yeah, it's
on
nice.
on the Sunday Night Football. That was fun.
That is nice.
So, well, that's it for this edition. Actually, no, we got waivers. We sidetracked there to go back to Carl Schlesinger. I'm not going to be able to call him Carson anymore, guys. That's
I like
over.
Carl. Carl's
But
great.
let's talk waiver targets here before we wrap up. A lot of these guys we've mentioned: Bryce Huff, Jack Gibbons, Kaiser White. Saw more action. So in deep leagues. Jack Gibbons, Kaiser White, Cole Holcomb. Again, so we'll see how this shakes out, this rotation here with Peyton Wilson. But these guys are at least in the mix now. And then we mentioned Marcelino McCrary Ball if Quincy Williams is out. So just monitor that situation. It sounds like Quincy's going to be out for a little bit.
The guy has Ball in his last name.
Right, and he has
Yeah.
Marcelino. I've never seen a Marcelino
Yeah, I mean,
ever in my entire life.
sold.
Yeah, so I'm in.
him
What do y'all
next to
think
Carl.
about maybe getting Jalen Carley's a week early?
Yeah,
I don't think that's a bad move if you have the roster space. Just get him now before he comes back.
a little bit of waivers of the future action.
Waivers of the future. That'd be a fun segment.
That's
Who we
sick.
picking
That-
up?
I think that was a thing at one point. I remember reading an article about that at one point.
Waivers of the
Probably
future.
football guys, I feel like, in earlier days.
There you go.
Consuming the content.
Consuming the content. Back when you used to consume content.
Right. Don't have time for it no
Don't
more.
have time. It's
But thank
expensive.
you guys for doing it.
Yeah, thank you for consuming
really
the content.
appreciate
He
it.
didn't do it.
Right.
But you should do it. And then Jeremy Reeves. We mentioned 59% box usage for Jeremy Reeves now that Addy willed Will Harris's leg to be snapped in half.
That's right.
And he's out for the year, most likely.
How
Are you-
great was it, everybody? Was it awesome?
worth it?
Was it fun?
Did you get what you wanted? Tyrese Knight, Cedric Gray. Dropping these guys in
Yeah.
shallower formats?
Yeah, you got. I mean, there's going to be a lot better options out there. A
I
lot
think you just got to follow the snaps right now.
more guys playing more snaps.
If
Right?
you're starting like 4 linebackers or something stupid, like if there's 50 starting linebackers in a given week in your 12-team league, okay, maybe you hold them in that situation. But if you're starting 2 linebackers, hell, if you're probably even starting 3, you're probably considering dropping these 2 guys.
Yep. Agreed.
So, but yes, there you go, folks. Waiver targets, ad drops. If you'd like more, make sure to check out the website tomorrow. We will have waiver targets for you around lunchtime. Yes, Bobo.
Drake Thomas is the guy that kind of got more PT with Tyrese Knight out a little bit. So put a pin in it. I think Drake Thomas got like 50% of the snaps last week in Seattle. So
that's a team that needs to like trade for DeMario Davis.
Yeah.
You know?
We need to get Kamara somewhere else. We need to get DeMario somewhere else.
Yeah, what are we doing, New Orleans?
Let's get these guys. Can we get Olave to the Chiefs
and
or
also,
something, please?
New Orleans, it'll allow you to play these young guys you got.
Right.
You know.
Let's let Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shuck sling it to Jawan Johnson.
Cam Jordan's still there blocking some young guy.
Right.
It's also like, come on, like Cam and DeMario, like, you know.
Chase Young's
get out of there.
Chase Young's just cashing a big ass paycheck.
He's
sitting
not,
on the bench.
He ain't moving. He's making
He's not moving.
He's not ruffling any feathers.
He is laid in that bed for the entirety of the season so far.
He's just nodding.
It's like, Coach, I don't know, man. I'm still a little banged up. Let's give it another week or 3.
Maybe nobody in IDP has carried a name further than Chase Young.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude, maybe Jadeveon Clowney, but still, Chase Young.
They're cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, it feels like it's finally dead, but there's going to be, he'll have a moment.
Week 8 will be like, Cam Jordan's out with a hamstring. Here comes Chase Young. He had a great pressure rate. Right. 0 points all season, but hey, could be. I can just feel it right now.
Yeah,
I can just feel it in my bones. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. Like we said, make sure to check out the website. Mike's Green Dot article is already up. It is free to read. Tomorrow we'll have waivers and cornerback corner from Johnny the Greek. Projections from Mike Woolert go live on Wednesday, along with Scott's Streaming DL article. We'll have IDP bets on Friday, the after show on Thursday. We have Dynasty articles now from Jason King and Jace Abbey every other week throughout the season. So we're trying to take care of y'all. And we'll be live here in the Sode Shack. We're live this week. We'll be live next week as well. And then we'll see where things go from there. Let us know if you all enjoy the live format. But looks like the Lions got the dub. I think 38-30 was the final. Bobo, you got the dub over Addy. I think I beat Sam in the main league, so that was nice.
What about that? That happened recently. It was Jackson Dart.
And Jameis ate the dub.
And he really
got into
put it in his mouth and everything.
I didn't know.
Don't clip that.
I don't know where the hell you're going. I did enjoy a throwback clip. I was going through my old clips on YouTube, and there was the one you're like, check your Halloween candy for razor blades. And my face was just like I was in the ninth circle of hell at that point.
We're coming upon that season, man.
That's right.
Spooky
we are.
Season.
Yeah. Spooky season is it's the first day of fall. So happy fall, y'all. Enjoy the football, and we'll see y'all next week back here in the Sode Shack for the Week 4 recap. But until then, y'all take care. It's the